Hi friends, I'm back with another story. No goal is impossible to achieve. John came to visit his grandfather during his summer holidays. It was a usual practice for him to visit his grandparents every vacation and spend the happiest time with them. John was so overprotected by his parents that he would never step out of the house and was scared for the tiniest insect creep, or for that matter, even an ant. The very thought of climbing trees, big rocks, and hills would make him feel ill. John had a lot of admiration for his grandfather. One day he was talking to his grandpa and he asked him, "When I grow up, I want to become a successful man. Can you tell me some ways to be successful?" Grandfather replied, "Yes, of course, John, I will." He took John to a nearby nursery and bought two small plants and came back home. John was confused. He didn't know why he had bought those two plants. Neither did he ask his grandfather regarding the same. They came back home. John looked at his grandfather as he planted one plant in a pot and kept it inside the house and planted another one outside the house. He was hesitant to help his grandfather, as the soil too would have some insects. After planting both the plants, his grandfather asked him, "John, what do you think? Which of these two plants will grow better in future?" John kept thinking for some time and then said, "Plant inside the house will grow better because it is safe from danger, while plant outside is at risk of many things like strong winds, sunlight, dust, etc." Grandpa smiled and said, "Let's see what happens in future." After a few days, John left to his parents' house. Every summer vacation, when John visited his grandparents, he would see the planted plants growing. After 4 years, John again remembered the question he had asked his grandpa, which was not yet answered. John quickly ran to his grandfather and said, "Grandpa, last time I asked you some tips to be successful, but you did not answer. But this time you have to tell me." Grandfather smiled and said, "Sure, but first let's take a look at the plants that we have planted few years back." Saying this, they both went to the place where he had planted the small plant in a pot. They saw that the plant had turned into a tree. Then they both took a look at the plant which they had planted outside. There they saw that the huge tree stood, its branches spread far and wide, providing shade to many passers-by. Now grandfather looked at John and asked, "Tell me which plant grew better, which was more successful?" John replied, "The one we planted outside." "But grandpa, how is it possible? The plant must have faced so many dangers. Still it grew so huge." Grandpa smiled and replied, "Yes, dear, listen carefully. Plant outside had to face many things, but dealing with various obstacles, it grew stronger. Plant outside had freedom to spread its roots as much as it wanted. Problem like storm made its roots stronger. Today it is so huge and strong that a small storm cannot cause any harm to it. Son, what I'm about to tell you now, always remember it. Then you'll be a successful person in whatever you do in life. If you always make comfortable choices, then you will never be able to grow as much as you wish to be. Only if you are ready to face this world despite of all the dangers, then no goal is impossible for you to achieve. Never think of problems as hurdles, but think of them as steps towards success." John took a long breath and started looking at the sturdy, huge tree. He understood his grandpa's words. Obstacles, which we consider as enemies in our life, the same obstacle makes us stronger and more successful in life. Hi, friends. I hope you all are doing good. Before I wind up, a few quotes of wisdom. Without goals and plans to reach them is just like a ship that is set to sail with no destination. Second, people with goals succeed because they know where they are going. Third, obstacles can't stop you, problems can't stop you. Most of all, other people can't stop you. Only you can stop yourself. And lastly, nothing is impossible. The word itself says, I am possible. Hi, friends. If you do like the story, please do press the like button. And please do share it with your friends. And please do subscribe to my channel and support my work. Thank you so much.